Hi, welcome back to this playlist. And today we're talking about Centrify Suite 2016.1, released in May. And we're doing some demos to showcase some of the features, right? So the feature that I want to talk about is support for RFC2307 on Centrify Standard Hierarchical Zones. This may sound like a handful, but it's really important, right? So uh, there's several things that are happening in the Microsoft world. One of them is that IDMU, which is Identity Services for Unix, is being deprecated, right? So the history of Unix with Active Directory, we had SFU, we had IDMU, and but at the end of the day, RFC2307 fields have been part of Active Directory. So I can showcase this from a user. So I have a user called Rita right here, and Rita has populated the GID number and UID number, right? So it's possible that organizations that are moving away from, you know, uh, solutions that they may have implemented like SFU or IDMU or RedHat SSSD, they did a lot of work to try to populate these fields, and they want an easy path to migrate, especially because it has to do with filers, right? So one of the benefits of Centrify right now is that typically with Centrify you've had the ability to, if you want to add a user to the zone, this is a manual process here, just to illustrate. Notice that by default it's going to pick up this 32-bit UID and GID, right? A lot of people that don't do a lot of research don't know that there's a lot of flexibility when it comes to this. You can go to the user defaults or group defaults. One of the additions here is that now, aside from the, not defined, auto incremented, generated from SID, which is the default, right, using Centrify's algorithm, generated from SID using Apple, now you have RC2307 attributes, right? What that means is that you can basically reuse any work that has been done before. So in this case, I'm going to use it for UID and primary group as well, right? So when I provision a user, and remember, let's go back to Rita, right? So when we looked at Rita before, notice that she has this 556 GID number, RFC2307, and this UID number of 1027, right? 127. So if I were to provision Rita now that I've changed the defaults, let's go ahead and do Rita. Notice that it's going to pick up automatically the information from the RFC2307 attribute, right? So that information is going to be picked up. So a lot of the work that typically would have gone to get this done is already there. So and notice that you can still toggle and override if needed. So this makes your life a lot easier if there's already population of those fields in AD, and the idea is to demonstrate flexibility as well. So we'll continue the playlist and talk about this.